It's Peaches here, and this is Peaches Pit Party, the podcast. A lot of puh sounds with that title. A replay of today's full show, which you can hear weekday afternoons live on K-Barrel 101. I hope you like what I have to say, and if not, well, then I'm sorry, not sorry. Enjoy. Man, it is good to be back. Kicking off the show right there with Elijah. Had my day off yesterday to sleep in, recover from the From Ashes to New and Point North show. Elijah, of course, was there as well. He was a fantastic opener. Probably the best opener. Fix was a little underwhelming. There was a lot of people in attendance to see that guy, but he was just kind of like, I don't know, like an MGK sort of guy, MGK wannabe sort of guy. Echo was a cool rapper. I know he even made a joke saying, what's a rapper doing at a rock show? But he was great. He put on a great show as well. I think 5 bands on one bill, too many. By the time the 4th band is done and over with, I'm like, okay, it's time to go home. But nope, still got the headliner to go through. And of course, they'll perform the most songs. And From Ashes to New is not one of those bands that just plays song after song after song with no breaks in between like Death Clock. No, they usually do a speech or two. And by that, I mean almost every song, there was something they said or did on the screen there. I had 2 amazing conversations with Matt B from Ashes to New and the guys in Point North. First ever poolside interview with any band. It was a whole lot of fun. Potentially one of the best interviews I have ever done. I think today I'll air my Matt B interview, and then tomorrow move on to Point North, which for those that will be listening in on the on-demand podcast, that part of the show will be on a separate podcast dedicated to solely my interviews. I don't think I'll air the full 30 minutes with Point North either. I'll probably play a clip and then say, all right, cool. If you want more, go check it out on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. If you want to get a hold of me, 208-535-1015. Got some, let's see here, Sublime, Pearl Jam, and more on the way on K-Barrel 101. Peaches Pit Party on K-Barrel 101. It is Idaho's only rock station. Supposedly, more and more young guys and guys in their teens are chewing something called mastic gum, which I guess is super strong, expensive gun. Supposedly, maybe, allegedly, creates a chiseled jawline, because it builds jaw muscles and improves definition of the face. Why don't you just exercise? Go for a run. Do something like that rather than chewing on gum. Are they chewing it in class? Like, they're talking about teenagers here. I can only imagine, back when I was in high school, we weren't allowed to chew gum in class or even in the hallways. I think gum was prohibited from my middle school. Like, if you were caught with gum, detention right then and there. It was awful. It's almost like boot camp. I remember seeing the rules for the very first time when it came to middle school dress code. It did feel off. I did feel like it was very restrictive, especially when it came to like girls and like what they could wear, what they couldn't wear. I wore the same thing every day. It was just like a band T-shirt or a random T-shirt with cargo shorts, socks, shoes, underpants. That's about it. I wasn't chewing gum. I'm not the biggest fan of chewing gum anyway. Once it loses its flavor, I'm done with it. I'll just throw it away. And usually most gum loses its flavor within what feels like a couple seconds. But I mean, isn't there another thing too called like the Jazzercise? That's even worse if you're doing that out in public. It's a giant ball that you just squeeze with your mouth, and it looks awful. It's just, why would you want to do that in public? You'll become an embarrassment to the entire family. K-Barrel 101, Idaho's only rock station. Father's Day is this weekend. News to me. I don't really pay attention to those holidays. Like, Mother's Day is cool and all, but it's very commercialized. With every holiday, it's always commercialized. Like, Mother's Day deals. Find something perfect for your mom or find something perfect for your dad for Father's Day. And I'm reading something right here. Countertop beer brewing. There's a countertop machine out there that brews beer in just 7 days. No muss, no fuss. I love how everything with the dad has to be something beer related. It says just mix ingredients in a tank. The iGulu brewer does the rest. It's pricey, around $700, but comes with 3 beer kits. Yeah, that's something my dad would definitely not want. Me and him are not drinkers. He's a type 2 diabetic that's trying his best to keep his sugar low, his nutrition on point. I'm not going to give him a beer machine. He would be like, okay, where's the receipt? I'm returning this. K-Barrel 101, Idaho's only rock station. This random survey, another one of those random radio surveys, this one by YouGov, asked respondents to weigh in on the worst hotel guest behavior. Are you guilty of any of these? Number 1, take decorative items from the room home with them. Yeah, that's not me. Why? Well, let me just take this painting off the wall, take it with me. I'm sure they mean like the hotel shampoo, conditioner, soap, those little things. But I don't necessarily mess with what's not mine. I'm a guy who wants my stuff not touched. So if I see somebody's stuff there, I will not touch it. I'd feel guilty if I moved it even. Smoking and non-smoking rooms. I'm a non-smoker. My grandma smoked her entire life. Man, did that house smell bad. And even the stuff she gave us years later. Like she was a hoarder at some points where she would just take random things like dolls and birdhouses and different clothing items, and she would gift the clothing items to my sister, and she would sometimes gift like myself random things, and they would reek of cigarette smoke. Take coat hangers home with them on this survey here about the worst hotel guest behavior. I mean, like hangers are pretty cheap. You can buy them at the dollar store if you really wanted to. Take towels home. I have plenty of towels. There's too many towels. There's a closet in my place that has all towels. They call it the towel closet. Yeah, creative name. I know. This right here is your Shot Clock Sports Update. Now, a lot of crazy news happened when I was gone, such as, well, Joey Chestnut has been banned from the Nathan's Famous hot dog eating contest that happens every single 4th of July, and Joey Chestnut wins almost every year. The only guy who competed well against him was that Kobayashi dude, but he also just retired from competitive eating, or so we thought, because it did get announced shortly after Chestnut was banned from the Nathan's Famous hot dog eating contest that him and Kobayashi are going to have a one-on-one duel against each other in a hot dog eating contest on Labor Day. Because one's retired, the other one's banned. They're like, sure, we're the two most popular eating contestants. Let's take the spotlight away from the 4th of July tradition and do it on Labor Day, which is something that I would do too if I was in Joey Chestnut's shoes. The reason why he got banned is because, well, he just signed a deal with a rival hot dog company. And the people at Nathan's were like, okay, you're out. I mean, sure, we'll get another champion this year for the hot dog eating contest, but it's not going to be necessarily the same. It's not going to be Joey Chestnut winning in the name of America. On this 4th of July, it's going to be some random other guy. Joey Chestnut is the craziest eater on the planet. If you don't know who he is, if you're one of those going, who is that? Just look up his statistics of all the contests he's won when it comes to competitive eating. K-Bear 101, it's Peach's Pit Party. One important thing I forgot to mention during that Shot Clock Sports Update is the passing of Jerry West, 86 years old, the logo of the NBA, the player of the 1960s, passed away. He was also a part-time owner. I think he was an owner, manager as well. Did an amazing job with that too. But you got to think about it, and I think I saw a video somewhere about how these production companies are always prepared for when an athlete dies, especially when they get older. Like they're prepared. They have all the highlights in one video. They have other players talking about that one specific player. It happens with WWE wrestlers a lot. Like you don't know when they're going to die. So I'm thinking, or I think I saw a video somewhere that said, hey, like these wrestlers have videos already made for them. So if and when, or if or when, more like when they die, no matter when it is, they are prepared to have a tribute video. Unless it's somebody who did something completely terrible, like a certain wrestler named Chris Benoit, then they'll just pretend that person never existed, take their matches off the air, all that stuff, which, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to get into that, but it's crazy how these companies, like especially like WWE, NBA, NFL, they have these videos prepared. I'm going to be so sad when Shaq, I'm not going to say when Shaq passes. Oh, no, I can't do it. Because I need to meet that guy at some point in my life. Meet Shaquille O'Neal, the Shaquille O'Neal. He's one of my favorite, not only celebrities, but favorite people of all time. Idaho's only rock station, K-Bear 101. This is a weird question. Are you looking to do a little naked bike riding this summer? Is what the radio prep is asking me. No, obviously not. I don't own a bike. And if I were to get one, it would have to be customized and cost me a few grand. And this whole thing goes into the first thing you should do if you want to do some naked bike riding is to find a bicycle with a comfortable seat. Your butt will thank you. After you've done that, you need to find a place where you can do it without going to jail. A new study, wow, somebody studied this, looked at several metrics, including public nudity laws, local interest in nude cycling. Do you approach people? Is that what these surveyors did? Do you just approach people and ask, hey, you want to do some naked bike riding? And if a majority of people go, heck yeah, then you put them high on this list here, which Portland, I guess, is a city that dabbles in a lot of naked bike riding. I would expect that from Portland. Chicago, number 2. Philadelphia at number 3. There's a whole ranking list of the best cities in America for naked bike riding. And Los Angeles came in at 5th place. 6 is San Francisco. San Francisco, you got to deal with a lot of nudity, unfortunately. If you're one of those people that does not want to see that sort of thing, do not go to San Francisco. Peaches Pit Party on K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. I honestly forget time to time how expensive venue foods and drinks are. Because I was just at the depot 2 nights ago, right? And I was like, I'm not going to eat anything beforehand. There's not enough time to get these interviews done, put all the stuff back in the station vehicle, eat something, and then go back inside the venue. I had to go right back inside the venue because I would have missed the first opener, who was Elijah of that show. Downright amazing. One of the best performers of the night. So I'm like, maybe I'll just get something from the bar area. And I go towards the bar area, and I'm like, okay, cool. They have chicken wings and fries. I'll order those and a can of Coke. Chicken wings and fries and Coke should not be $31. Granted, there was a ton of fries in there. The wings were great, but $31, not including a tip, which, of course, I had a tip. I think I gave like $5 or $6, something like that. And then I'm trying to eat the wings. They're covered in barbecue sauce. And I there's no place to stand or sit. I'm not going to go to the concert floor and eat wings out of a bucket like a weirdo trying to watch an artist. So I went to the far end of the bar where nobody was at. And then, of course, the geeky dude behind the counter, excuse me, sir, excuse me. And he says something about like, are you waiting on something? And I go, nope, just eat my food. And then he just simply looks at me and goes, something about like a public space, how I can't be at the bar eating my food for whatever reason, which I for some reason get irked so much whenever people bother me when I'm eating. I mean, if it's a listener saying hello, of course, I mean, say hi and do all that stuff. But it's when it's somebody who's like clearly wanting something different, like maybe it's a worker bothering me, or it's somebody trying to sell me something, which is what I dealt with a lot in college when I would sit at a table just by myself eating food. And there'd be that one guy, hey, can you come up? Can you sign my survey? No, leave me alone. But yeah, so then I had to eat the wings standing up in the corner of the venue, which I would also say do not order wings at any venue because, well, you're going to be stuck with sauce all over your fingers. And then you have to find napkins with your hands in the air without touching anything because you don't want barbecue sauce on your T-shirt or on your phone, on your wallet. You just have to walk around looking lost, looking for the napkins, which I eventually did find the napkins, and the wings were great. But yeah, overall, do not spend that much money on chicken wings. Idaho's only rock station with Bring Me the Horizon. It's K-Bear 101. Kevin from Electric Callboy, he was on Nick Nocturnal's stream yesterday. I forgot to catch it when I was at home, but I just saw the on-demand YouTube podcast version. And Kevin, you know, Electric Callboy just had the collaboration with Baby Metal, Rat-ta-ta-ta, that song that we play here on K-Bear, of course, which is an amazing song. I love it. If anybody hates Electric Callboy, that's just weird to me. Like, they're a fantastic group. They're fun. That's not necessarily metal. They're heavier than most bands. They're heavier than those 80s bands like Overkill and Exodus. I would say Electric Callboy 10 times heavier, 10 times better. As a matter of fact, that's right, I said it. I get some old heads mad with that one. But Kevin was talking about how they're not going to do this song live and then try to take on the Baby Metal parts because they're not going to try to sing in Japanese. So what they're going to do is potentially have Baby Metal on the screen, which is a good idea. Bring Me the Horizon does that with Kingslayer, that song with Baby Metal as well. Because it'd be funny if you just saw Ollie Sykes bust out in Japanese and then go back to his parts shortly afterward. K-Bear 101, it's Peach's Pit Party. I saw the Indian River County School Board in Florida has voted to ban a book that is literally called Ban This Book. I mean, the school board justified this move by saying, hey, the book was asking for it. But I also think this is the wrong approach because if you ban any book, it's not going to drive people away from that book. No, it's going to drive them towards it. It's like what Victor and I frequently discuss quite a lot on the air is that if you're a strict parent, kind of like my cousin Marcy, where like the kids aren't allowed to watch anything. Newsflash, they really are, just not when you're looking. What did my parents tell me when I was growing up? Hey, don't watch Family Guy. It's now my all-time favorite show. Don't listen to Howard Stern. I listen to him constantly. To this day, whenever I'm cleaning, I'll listen to old clips of his show back when he was funny. It's if you tell somebody to stay away from something, they're going to go towards it. Secretly, behind your back. So it's like if you ban these books, sure enough, people are going to buy that book now. This is going to drive sales up. The fact that I just talked about it and the fact that it made the radio prep means more and more people are going to go to Amazon right now, type in ban this book, and buy it and read it. Now, this is today's What the Headline. I'm sure every one of us knows at least one person who is downright obsessed with their pet. Dog, cat, whatever it may be. This guy in China caused a flight to be delayed more than an hour because he wanted to bring his pet sugar glider onto the plane with him to go on vacation, I suppose. But the pet sugar glider got loose in the cabin, found a place to hide. So police were called to the airport in Shanghai after receiving that report of a passenger on a China Eastern Airlines plane who illegally brought the small animal on board. All the passengers were forced to get off while the authorities tried to capture the sugar glider, which if you've seen one of those things, it's a type of flying possum. It is definitely hard to try to catch. The animal was finally caught. Its owner was arrested for disrupting order on public transportation, rightfully so. Like, stop bringing your pets onto airplanes. The pets are more bearable, I would say, than a screaming, crying baby. More bearable even than the mom going, shh, 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 repeatedly, or that's enough, Jesse, stop it. You're embarrassing us. You know, that type of parent. K-Bear 101, Peach's Pit Party. I think I found the perfect question for To Peach Their Own tomorrow. And that question is, what question do you hate being asked, or do you most hate being asked? The height thing doesn't bother me. Like, how tall are you? It's more so if I say, hey, 6'9", they go, oh, I thought you'd be like 6'5". I have a cousin who's like 7'1", barely fits into his car. Like, okay, cool. All right, awesome. You know, now it's more so like if I ever meet somebody new and I tell them I'm in radio, they go, oh, what got you into that? Like it's some sort of hobby. I've talked about this on the show plenty of times. Or they say, what brought you out to Idaho Falls? What made you move from amazing Southern California to here? Like they say it in disgust too. It's like, well, I moved out here for my job. I talk on the air for a living. It's a whole lot of fun, and I enjoy it. So that's mostly it. If I ever meet somebody new and they start asking me the same old small talk questions, I want to just pull out a paper that says the backstory of Brendan Peach and just hand it to them. Or if it's via email or one of those messaging apps or whatever, I just send over a PDF and say, hey, here you go, read about me, study it, and that way you know my backstory. It is now that time of the show where I will say open up the phones, but they're always open. That's what every radio DJ always says. Oh, well, let's open up the phones. 208-535-1015. Today's To Peach Their Own question. You're on a 10-hour road trip. Can only listen to one artist and one artist only. Who's it going to be? This is a perfect question because somebody earlier today proved my point when it came to these, you know when there's a question that says, what's one song? And you get people that go, anything by Poppy or another artist there. Yeah, it was from this listener. What song feels like torture to your ears? Even that listener wrote any song by Nirvana. It's what song, not songs. But at least for my question today, you're on a 10-hour road trip, can only listen to one artist. Who's it going to be? Now you can say anything by Sleep Token, anything by Bad Omens. Personally, I don't know what band I would listen to for 10 hours straight. That'd be tough. I would have to like a lot of their tracks. Maybe AC/DC. Maybe some good old-fashioned Metallica. Maybe Sleep Token. Shoot, I don't know. 208-535-1015. I want to know your answer. Call in right now to the show for To Peach Their Own. Hey, K-Bear, you're on a 10-hour road trip. What one artist are you listening to?
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock, really? Did not expect that response.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's my uncle, and I grew up listening to him. So, yeah, you know, I love Kid Rock.
Wait, Kid Rock's your uncle?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's really cool. All right. Well, there we go. We got Kid Rock's nephew on the phone.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Definitely, man. For sure. For sure. Well, thank you for your answer. I appreciate that.
Of course. You have a good day.
You too. K-Bear, how's it going?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. What's that one artist you'd listen to on a 10-hour road trip?
Dude, it would have to be Iron Maiden.
Fantastic. Are you going to go see them in Salt Lake City in October?
Oh, it'll be the 15th time if I do. Them guys are awesome live, man. Nobody compares.
They're amazing still to this day. Like when people blame their age on things, I would be like, hey, Bruce Dickinson's like 65, still running around doing things on stage.
He's got more energy than a 2-year-old, man. The guy's amazing.
I want to know what his secret is. I might need to interview him at some point.
Oh man, if you do, you'd be my hero.
Dude, I'd faint. I think I almost did that with Chris Jericho.
Oh yeah, I went to a concert in Denver with Iron Maiden and paid a little extra, like $1,200 for 2 tickets, but I got to meet and greet the band, and it was worth it.
Oh heck yeah!
Definitely worth it. It was definitely worth it.
Well, that is awesome, man. Well,
Iron Maiden, 10 hours straight, no problems. Probably the Seventh Son of the Seventh Son album, the whole thing,
There we go. There we go. Well, thank you for your answer.
I don't know. Thanks for the call. Thanks for letting me tell you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime. 208-535-1015. Call in for the Peach Their Own. You're on a 10-hour road trip. What's that one artist you're listening to? Hey, K-Bear. How's it going?
Not too bad.
What's that one artist you'd listen to on a 10-hour road trip?
Well, and they could actually probably have enough in their catalog to go for the full 10 hours. I got to go with Tom Petty.
Are we talking Tom Petty by himself, not with the Heartbreakers? Because there's a difference there.
Hardly. Because every time he tried writing a solo album, he still wrote parts for everybody else in the band. He just put it out under his solo name.
I need to look. I wish there was a full chart out there dissecting what songs were actually just him solo and what songs were with the Heartbreakers. Let me see. How long are all the Tom Petty songs combined?
The app is freaking out. There we go.
List of songs recorded by Tom Petty. Oh, I want to know how long. I guess Google doesn't have it either. I mean, it says right there in 2020, Rolling Stone, Tom Petty, 50 greatest songs from Tom Petty. There's already 50, and not to mention all the others with the Heartbreakers.
Which him and Mike Campbell did all the writing for anyway.
Right. That's a good choice, for sure. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.